DNA drama, the future of human design. What does that exactly mean?
What it means is at the end of the day, we now have technology that allows us to be able to edit DNA.
How did it go from just being like a cool discovery to like now like everyone's doing it and it's like the new wave?
It's become the new wave because there's been a lot of like advancements in understanding how DNA works. And we've pretty much been able to figure out that DNA is like the building block of everything. And it's like the code of life at the end of the day.
Can genetic engineering do that?
Yeah, because they have medicine right now that will stop certain genes from like allowing itself to be expressed. And also there's certain genes like sickle cell trait or whatever the case may be. A lot of Black people have that where, they can go where what they want to do is they want to actually identify the gene and not allow it to appear in, the baby.
Cancel it out.
Cancel it out.
Check me. Live in our phones, but what if we can make them? Got every app in the world, where's the participation? Looking for representation. Don't overlook the pavement, Silicon Valley was patient. So join the movement, we ain't got too much time to be wasted. I said it's deeper than cold. Vibe with me, yeah, it's deeper than cold.
Hi guys, and welcome back to the Deeper Than Code. I am Shelby.
I'm Chrissy.
And this is...
And I'm Big Papa Code.
Oh, we love it. And today we are talking DNA drama, the future of human design. What does that exactly mean?
What it means is at the end of the day, we now have technology that allows us to be able to edit DNA. So that is a big topic that's going to be more and more important over the next few years.
Okay, cool. So that's just another word for genetic engineering.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect.
How did it go from just being like a cool discovery to like now like everyone's doing it and it's like the new wave?
It's become the new wave because there's been a lot of like advancements in understanding how DNA works. And we've pretty much been able to figure out that DNA is like the building block of everything. And it's like the code of life at the end of the day. And everything around us uses DNA, whether it's humans or food or it's, wheat and this and that and the third. All of those things, have DNA inside of it. And so if we can tap into it and make changes to it, we can kind of bend the world around us to our will.
That's why the Chick-fil-A chicken's like that.
Yeah, and it's DNA. Disgusting. Now, have you tried it? The new, Chick-fil-A changed their chicken. I'm not making that up. The world knows.
You can check that. That's
fact.
Googleable.
I believe you.
Yeah, but it doesn't taste the same anymore. Like it's like the fries don't even taste the same. It's like
the fries don't taste the same?
No. The fries. I stopped for a fry and a Coke not too long ago. Wasn't hitting for anything. But so because we're using it, we can find it in like people, like plants, foods and stuff like that. Like scary about it. Like how could it go wrong?
Well, the main thing that'll go wrong is it's just a moral situation because you making all these changes, et cetera, we always think we know more than we know. Yeah. And we're in every single generation, we realize, we were actually wrong about that. We were actually wrong about that. So really start making some of these changes. We don't know what the side effects of those changes are going to be. So playing God in that way or making all these different edits to DNA, who's to say what the outcome of that's going to be?
Okay, yeah, I had wrote a question down about this. So you had mentioned something about unpredictable ecological impacts. Like, what does that look like?
Unpredictable ecological impacts. Like, well, let's put it this way, right? When we go ahead and let's say we edit the DNA of oranges or apples or fruits, et cetera.
Which they're already doing.
Which they're already doing. And then we go ahead and we introduce that into the ecosystem. Who's to say that doesn't have some impact on the foliage around it and make some massive change to the environment. We don't actually know that because we haven't done it before. So if we do it now, if we're not careful, we could, ruin stuff.
Right. But we kind of are doing it right now, though. We just don't know what that crazy outcome would be because it hasn't been long enough for us to tell.
Exactly. We're doing it and it's been being done for, especially on a large scale since the 2010s. And it's done a lot of good. Like we have done a lot of good as a result. Like there's like I can't remember the exact year, but there was going to be a famine in India and Pakistan. But because they made changes to wheat, which we use in pretty much everything.
Yeah.
They like crossbreeded like this wheat with that wheat and then did this other thing or whatever the case may be. And it made it so that the stalks were shorter, so they're less likely to fall over and blah, blah, blah. And that like multiplied like the yield by like 4 or 5 times. These are all Trump type numbers. I'm not making them up, but I mean like, but you know how Trump talks like, did it 8 times or whatever.
And it's just like, wait,
maybe
what?
it was 2.3. I don't freaking know, but it stopped. But it did, if you look it up, it did stop famine in India and Pakistan. So there's been a lot of good that we've done. And also like there's certain crops and stuff like that notoriously is hard to like keep up with, but making some changes have made it so that we've been able to like, farm them faster, which can help us feed more people, which is one of our problems in the world, is that we keep making more and more humans. So we got to make ways to feed them more effectively and to make it cheaper to like produce this stuff. So, but there does need to be some reason, because like if we overdo some of the changes, who knows what that's going to do.
Okay. And also too, in this same subject, you mentioned something about it being able to cure certain stuff. Like, can genetic engineering do that?
Yeah, because they have medicine right now that like will like stop certain genes from like allowing itself to be expressed. And also there's certain genes like the sickle cell trait or whatever the case may be. A lot of Black people have that, where, they can go where what they want to do is they want to actually identify the gene and not allow it to appear in the baby. Cancel it out, with the embryo, whatever, so it doesn't develop and there is no sickle cell. Because there's a lot of other, genes like that. Like I have like G6PD. A lot of Black people have that too.
What is that?
It's a glucose 6-phosphate deficiency. Yeah. It's nothing special.
Sounds special to me. So but when you say that, I'm like, where do you buy that at?
The only thing that makes it like good is that a lot of Black people have it because it makes you immune to malaria. Right? But aspirin will kill you.
I want that. Oh.
Whoa.
Yeah, I can't have aspirin. Anything that thins your blood, I can't take it or I'm going to die. And there's certain beans that like
just say it like that is crazy. Don't ever say it like that again.
I'm just saying it's true.
That's crazy.
If I
now people know what to do.
If I pass out right now, do not give me an aspirin. You're going to kill me.
Don't do it on my time, though. Not here. Like, I'm not set up for stuff like that. Don't pass out here.
Give me Tylenol. You know what I'm saying? I can do Tylenol, but no.
I can't do naproxen, so I completely understand.
Which naproxen isn't that
it's a ibuprofen.
Is that ibuprofen?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, you would know.
That's why I immediately looked at her like, say it.
Yeah,
like,
ibuprofen.
Yeah, I'm like,
you can't have any like blood thinning medications. Just period.
Anything that thins your blood, I can't have. Aspirin being one of them.
Well, while we're on this subject, I want to dive a little deeper into the designer babies.
Designer babies.
So, yeah, like what are they?
Don't let Angelina Jolie find out about those. I could see her getting like a whole new group of like 10
kids.
Yeah. Anyway.
I feel like she... Never mind. I'm not even going to get started on it.
But yeah, designer babies. I mean, that's just like a cute way to say at the end of the day that people are gonna treat their baby. It's like, you ever play like a video game and you can like create your own player?
Absolutely.
Yeah, Sims.
Yeah, exactly. That's people are gonna do that with their babies. Like, you know what?
Who wouldn't want to do that?
Let's go ahead. Let's change that. Let's make that a blue pair of blue eyes. You know what? I want my son to be 6'5". Make him 6'5". Like just doing random stuff like that because they can just. If they really want to, they can, make changes to DNA, and that'll affect the outcome of the child. So.
And how long have they been doing the designer baby thing?
How long have they been doing it? I mean, I don't know the answer to that. What I do know is that these things are becoming mainstream. The ability to be able to do it. I don't even know if they're legally allowed to do that now. I would probably say maybe they're not. But I know, like, from some of the companies that I've been looking at, et cetera, they are making strides forward with doing more of that. But who knows if that's but I would say personally, this is my personal opinion. I try to separate, like, if I'm saying like a fact or a personal opinion, I think designer baby thing is immoral.
Really?
Yeah,
Why?
I do. Because it's like, this is going to be where my non-scientific brain turns on for a second.
Okay, I love this part.
Because,
Because what's tea?
Yeah, because,
Yeah. What's tea?
What's tea? Please drop it.
Yeah, because, I'm a Christian. So I was just like, it's just a little thing about like, I don't know, doing too much, playing God with like, babies in the womb and stuff like that. It's a little bit too much. I'd be one of those crazy people like, no designer baby for me. Let's do it the old fashioned way. You know?
No, for sure. Because I just feel like I asked that because is there anybody standing right now that we know was made in a designer baby way that's like flourishing in life is like pretty cool?
Probably a lot of the elites,
right? Now, who knows?
Yeah. Like, it could have been you.
What does that mean?
The designer babies that like preventing genetic inherited diseases like Parkinson's and stuff.
Yes.
That's a positive though. That's where it's like that whole.
That's where it works.
That's where that whole question comes in.
With the blue eyes and the 5.
Exactly.
Well, not 5. What's a good height?
You ever seen Gattaca? Have you seen Gattaca before? You got to watch Gattaca. So Gattaca's this movie, right, where this whole thing has got out of control, and they've created like a whole like hierarchy in society where like everywhere you go, you have to like scan your DNA and like they don't even let you like decide what you want to be in life. It's like based on whatever your genes say. So, but they just opens up more doors. They don't give it to you, but you can't even try if you don't have the right genes. So
what happens to you if you don't have the right genes? So that you just can't
do it. So there's this dude, right, that has these great genes, but he got an accident or something like that. He's in a wheelchair. Or something along those lines. I can't remember what's going on with him. I'm trying to remember the movie right now. And but at the end of the day, he sells his genes to this other guy who knows he's really, really good at something, but he's like a second-class citizen because of his genes. So he so basically the guy puts on like this special glove or whatever. So whenever they prick his finger, it'll give the other guy's blood instead of his blood and all this type of stuff like that. And he uses it to like go and be successful at the thing he wants to be successful at, which he always could have done, but because his genes held him back, he couldn't do it. And it's called Gattaca because the ATG, C. So
how did it end? Did he die?
The guy that was wasting his life or whatever, he basically sucks his body dry of all the blood, puts it in a refrigerator, and he just dies just so he can give that other guy a chance. Because he could be.
Oh, that's beautiful, kind of.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy, but yeah, it's called Gattaca.
Okay, great. We gotta look that one up.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is what I always fear is when you give people a weapon, give people a power, it's a good chance that they might misuse that power.
Yeah. It's a very high chance, actually. Look at all the movies, Jurassic World.
Yeah, even outside of movies, just like you don't even need movies, just look at history.
Because it's happening in real life.
COVID.
Yeah. When it happens, it's whatever. So yeah, we said enough about that.
Totally get it. So in this same subject, you mentioned something about like GMOs. Buying non-GMO foods, would you think that that's like the healthiest thing to do? The right thing to do? Like, how do we define GMOs and stuff like that?
See, now I'm inclined to say just like most people are inclined to say, if it's natural, it's healthier. Doesn't necessarily mean that that's true. Like, we don't know if we were genetically modifying it and making it better for us. We don't really know that. Because here's the thing, right, about genetically modified stuff or whatever. If we think back, humans have been messing with gene pools since the beginning of time. That's how dogs got here. And think about it.
Run that one back. Ready? What
that's
you
how
mean
dogs
got here?
That's how dogs got here.
Dogs wasn't a real species?
No, we went to wolves, and then we kept breeding them weird to turn them into a bunch of other random crap. That's how you got these little chihuahua-looking nonsense and poodles and stuff. That's why
anybody else in the room throw it off?
There wasn't a dog on Noah's Ark.
It was dogs on Noah's Ark.
No, it wasn't. There was a wolf.
It was a wolf.
It was a wolf. That's the reason why sheepdogs look the most like wolves too, because they're whatever. That's just me saying that, but whatever. But yeah, that's what really happened. We really just bred them into that.
When I leave, listen, I have plans when I live here. I want to get on Google because I'm thinking Rottweilers. They're from Germany or some shit like that.
I mean, they probably are.
Shih Tzus are from Asia. They come from somewhere.
They come from humans breeding them to make them look like whatever they wanted.
Different freaking countries.
Yeah. The same humans have been doing that forever. They did the same thing with domesticated cats too.
I mean, no one cares about cats.
Whoa. You know I got
cares.
2 cats, right?
Damn, dude. I feel like we had this conversation. I'm so sorry.
It's like, you really just gonna, you know what?
And he loves his cats too.
I still don't rock with them.
I mean, cats are great. Cats are actually probably the best pet you can have. You don't have to do anything but show them love.
Really had this
Show them love.
conversation.
I don't have to train them or nothing. They just do the right thing.
Turtles do that too.
Turtles just can't do anything.
And they're slow.
That's what I'm saying. They can't do it.
That's just a rumor. They're not that slow. They can go fast.
That's crazy. Cats is crazy. Cats are crazy.
I mean, dogs are okay. But
I mean, I'm not a pet person, period. But I mean, I just thought that, you know, dogs are more of a prominent animal. We love those.
And we gotta go with the whenever anybody hears I have like a cat, like, really, a cat's like, is that really like a masculine animal? First of all, I have 2 daughters, and that's why I have 2 cats.
Oh, that's nice. So it's like a cat for each kid?
A cat for each one of them.
Oh, that's so cool. Such a great dad.
Yeah. Zach, I'm actually a wonderful dad.
Listen, I would say so.
Thank you. Make sure that's on camera. We recorded that, right? Keep that. That's going in the short.
Family has to hear
That's going to be blasted everywhere. We're going to put money behind that one too.
That is crazy.
That was going to Facebook ads.
So how could genetic engineering change disease prevention and how long we live? And will it be just for like rich people?
Hopefully it will not only be for rich people. It depends on how it's used. Like, we could either turn into Terminator or Star Trek. If you've ever seen Star Trek, you know, like, it's like a futuristic utopia, whatever the case may be. There's no money. Everybody just does everything freely and blah, 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 blah. Like, everything is based on just like, hey, just everybody just wants to do a good job for society and whatever.
What a beautiful world.
Yeah, I mean, that's how Star Trek is. And then the bad guys are the ones who don't act like that. You know, from other places that aren't part of the Federation of Planets. Whatever the case may be. And then Terminator is, you know, Terminator. You know, so we could go, you know, either direction with the technology that we're having in front of us. But to better answer your question, hopefully it won't only be for rich people, and other people will have access to, you know, the benefits of it. And, you know, we'll see what happens there. Can you ask your question again? Because I feel like I lost part of it.
Because I was hearing, like, well, how long, like, could it change how long we could live?
Oh, that's the part I'm trying to remember. The long live part.
I'm trying to figure out if we can live like they used to do back in the Bible. Like, could I be here as long as Noah was? Like, how does that work?
It's funny you say that. There's this comic book. I'm a nerd, so you're going to hear me bring up Star Trek and crap like that all the time. So, you know, buckle up for the whole season.
I have to watch no movies.
Yeah, but there is a comic book called Fantastic Four: The End. Have you know Fantastic Four, right?
Okay, yeah, because the Hawk's in that, right?
The what?
No.
Who's in the Fantastic Four?
The Thing. The Thing is in it.
Name
Mr.
another.
Fantastic, the stretchy one, the Invisible Woman.
This was a movie, though. Fantastic Four was a movie. Who else? What's the 4th person?
The Human Torch. Michael B. Jordan played him in the last one.
That's probably not the one she saw though. You probably saw the one with Jessica Alba. She was in there, right?
Yeah, Jessica Alba was the Invisible Girl.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Somebody,
so it's not part of the Avengers
purple? Is anybody purple in it?
Nobody's purple. Just the Thing is made out of rocks.
Okay, boom. But Fantastic Four.
There's a guy who is really fast.
but there's a comic book called Fantastic Four: The End. And basically it's Fantastic Four, but it's like, what would the last Fantastic Four story be? So that's the way it's written, right? Okay. And at the end of the day, they come out with a drug called the Methuselah Project. You know, Methuselah, the oldest person in the Bible or whatever. So basically, they have a drug that if you take, it keeps you in the prime of your life or whatever, and like everybody's living to be hundreds and hundreds of years old.
But do we still look good?
Oh yeah, everybody still looks good. That's the thing. And
you look 100?
And there's a group of people. No, they don't look 100. There's a group of people that like refuse to take the drugs though, and they're just getting old and and dying or whatever the case may be. Because you can decide not to, but you have the option, and it's available to everybody. So there's no. It's not about money. Is my point. But there is. I need to start remembering the names of some of these people. But there is. What is this guy's name? Okay, well, Peter Diamandis, who is somebody I look up to a whole lot. He's like a genius. Like he's like one of my favorite people in the whole entire world. Peter Diamandis, and he had a scientist on his show, maybe like 7 or 8 years ago or something like that, right? And they were talking about the fact that that in the next 30 or 40 years, people will be able to not die because they're right now, like there's a lot of people investing it in Silicon Valley and stuff like that. They're literally working on, longevity medicine that will stop you from dying. They're trying to like make people be able to live infinity.
That's kind of crazy.
That's crazy.
It is scary.
And there's a lot of billions of dollars going into it right now because that's people's number one fear. Like they don't want to die.
I used to say as a kid, like, I don't want to die, I'm high. And mom used to always tell me, like, just take me with you. That's like scary to think about.
Mm-hmm.
And on that note.
Moving forward, Chrissy, what's next?
I'm scared now. Okay, I had a question. How can society make sure it is used in a good way?
And that's the biggest, most important thing, right? Because the reason why we're bringing all this stuff up is because as we transition and get further to like 2032 and beyond, where the demographics change and the people that control what happens in America, changes as well. These are going to be the type of things that are going to be on the ballots going forward. And if you're not educated about the things or know that they exist, you're going to be like, what? Well, or just going to be stuff that you don't even understand is like an issue that's at hand. And that's just something that we're going to have to think about. And it's going to have to become a time when we're not always choosing between two people when it comes time for, there to be an election, because you can't break down things to single issue voters and stuff like that, where it's I don't want to say any of the single issue stuff because it's going to make people mad. And I don't know, probably get the video flagged or something like that. Anyway.
Shake the room.
Yeah, but
shaking the table.
But there's a lot of people that are single issue voters. Like I only care about who's doing this one thing, and whoever it is doing it, that's the one I'm voting for. And forget about every other thing on their platform.
Right.
But there needs to be more detail and more nuance. And we also that made more sense in like 1970 when like you couldn't find any information out about anything. But now I remember somebody was saying that like a Maasai warrior with a cell phone in the middle of Africa has access to more information than like Bill Clinton did in the height of his presidency because of the internet, et cetera.
That's crazy.
It's dangerous.
Yeah.
That is crazy for real.
And, you could think knowledge can be dangerous, but knowledge is necessary.
Yeah.
Because everybody else, has access to this knowledge and, you should have access to it too. So with that said, the important thing is making your own decision about how you feel about these things and make sure that thought is informed. And this is really going toward people that are like, 35 and younger, because, in 7 years, you're the main one making the decisions about what's going to happen in the world. So you need to know about these things, especially when like your vote matters now, but it matters immensely, from 2032 on, because you're it.
Tag, you're it.
Oh, that's a tagline.
That's
a tagline.
That is, tag, you're it. That's crazy.
Definitely.
What about, are there any like laws right now that you could say are actually doing some good with that? Like making sure it's regulated and whatnot?
I don't personally know of any laws off the top of my head, but there definitely is some things that the FDA has put into place, et cetera, about some of these things.
You think that's good enough?
No, I don't think it's good enough, but I think that we only make enough laws to like govern at the level that people are aware of. Right. And, like this particular topic is something I'm just now diving myself into. It's not something I know like extensively. It's just something that I know that just one of the major things that we need to think about, because it's one of those exponential technologies that if we don't think about, we're not thinking about, all that stuff's going to happen around us where people making decisions without you having a voice. Because if you don't have a knowledge that something's around, you don't have an opinion on it. And so people could just do it around you without thinking about it.
Yeah.
Like the Chick-fil-A chicken.
That part. But is there anything like unexpected problems that could happen that we should be worried about, you think?
I mean, unexpected problems, I feel like we mentioned a lot of them. I mean, you have all the health problems that could come from it. You have a lot of the, and that's pretty much the main one, like the health scares, the, problems with people playing God or whatever the case may be, if you want to say it that way. Like those are like those main issues.
So I guess my question after that would be like, how do we prevent that? Like, should I just grow my own food?
Should you just grow your own food?
That's what I'm thinking. Because I used to say, like, I even feel like the soil is tampered with
Well, that's the thing. Like we can't automatically assume that anytime that there's, some type of advancement in science that like it's automatically bad for us. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just because, there's things that grow out of the ground right now that if you eat, you're going to die. But it's natural. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a weed grows out of the ground if you smoke it. There's some good effects maybe and some bad effects.
What bad? Never mind.
What bad effects?
Yeah, what bad effects you talk about?
One of the things is, it affects your DNA. Yeah.
Weed?
Yeah, it does.
How?
It's like proven. It's like, go Google it.
I'm scared. No, I don't need to. That's low vibrational now. Like, we can't. We're done with that.
It's crazy.
But yeah, I think it might only be a man thing. Like, it messes with the DNA integrity of like your sperm or whatever.
Okay,
oh, yeah, I've heard that
I
before.
don't care about that.
Yeah,
It has nothing to do with me.
I won't worry about you.
That's crazy.
But I had we're gonna have to cut this part out. But I had I remember one like I was talking with my friends about this before.
This is great.
No, I'm saying this part right now because I was talking to one of my friends and he was talking. He had read an article about that. He was like, "Man, I just thought my pullout game was good all this time. This probably why because I'd be." Never mind. Yeah, cut that part out.
No, but that's some real shit though.
Yeah,
that's like always been a thing.
Yeah, he thought he was just out here
don't swim as much.
Yeah, no, you're just not swimming, buddy.
Yeah, like
your soldiers are not marching.
Yeah,
they're
they're
high for war.
They're
You know what I'm
high.
saying?
But see, I never smoke weed and see, like, I just look at my wife and boom, kid.
See?
Boom, kid. Boom,
Look
kid.
at,
Like, dang.
see?
Like, what the hell, man? Like,
He said,
need to
look
smoke
at,
some weed.
we love that. No, you keep the army building.
no.
Another cat.
Yeah, we done, we just had more cats. That's what we're doing right now. I thought about a fifth kid. I was like, nah, we're not doing that no more. No.
I'm not doing that no more. Like, we can just cut it off.
No, we got to take precautions. We're not, I got enough mouths to feed.
Yeah.
Like,
A party of 6 is crazy.
yep.
Yeah, imagine saying that at Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah.
Can't have
And,
no
it's
kid,
just, and y'all came in the same car.
It's like you
And you gotta pay for all
can't
of
have
them.
regular cars no more. You can't even use a regular car.
You can't even split the bill with them. Like a party of 6, there's no bill splitting. Everybody's on one bill.
Right. Automatically putting the tip in.
Yeah.
So people who not even paying.
Yeah, it's crazy. Just broke little best friends. But you know what? Your kids, they not broke because they all have like great jobs. They don't have jobs, but they're good at what they do. So they're going to be great, like very successful.
Oh, they're good. My kids are going to do amazing.
Yeah, I'm so excited about that.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Well, that concludes episode
4. Tap back in with us. We are here every Sunday at 9 o'clock. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see y'all next Sunday. Goodbye.
Peace.
I'm the one that you should call when you learn to code. Success follow me around if you didn't know. From the bottom, so the top, the only way to go. Yeah.